Okay, cool. I think we're good. Never done this before. Hopefully it turns out okay. Jason and I tested it, but life happens. So, um I guess I'll start with welcome to Poor Little Rich Girl, where we delve into the stories about what made this poor little rich girl a firebird rising. Today we're going to I don't like that intro. Let me do it again cuz I stuffed it up. Okay. Welcome to Poor Little Rich Girl, a podcast where we delve into the stories that turned this poor little rich girl into a firebird rising. Today, we're going to interview Angel Guerra, because I've been practicing, who is the designer of the 40th anniversary DeLorean that turned into the model JZD and an entire car company I had no intention of ever starting. So, with that, Angel, welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, well, I'm quite good, fine.
Yeah?
So,
Exhausted? Long day of work?
yeah, it was. I mean, now it's a bit late here, and the first two days of the week were like a bit crazy. But
Yeah.
now everything is under control. Yeah,
I feel the same way. The first 2 days this week were a little crazy for me, and now it feels a lot more under control. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I know you
thank
worked
you.
really hard today and you're taking time out of your day. So last week on the podcast, I told everybody a story about how we met, how you found me on LinkedIn and turned my whole life upside down. And this week, we'd like to first get to know you as a person, and then we'll have some fun telling everybody the rest of the story because I didn't get into any details, and we'll tell them your side of the story and what made you want to build the car and all that fun stuff. Before we do that, I think everybody should get to know a little bit about you because I think your story is pretty cool and very inspiring. And your story was one of the stories that actually convinced me to continue on doing this because of the difficulty you had in finding schooling. So, with that, um, what can you tell everybody about your journey to become an automotive designer? I suppose we should start with you're an automotive designer, right?
Yes. Mhm. Well, I mean, Kat, this is a really long story about how I became a car designer because at the beginning, when I was a kid, it was a dream. And in that time in Spain, or in my city, so to be a car designer, it was something impossible because we are a country where we don't have this industry, you know. And even in that time, you don't really know where to go to study to be a car designer. So it was always a dream that I practiced at home, sketching, reading magazines, watching movies, videos, everything that was related with cars in that time. And I didn't, maybe one of the good things is that I didn't have any pressure on that because it was just a dream. So as a kid, I was just painting and collecting cars about cars and everything. Then in the high school was more or less the same story. You didn't really know what to do. You are a teenager and everybody is telling you what would you like to be, and you don't really have an answer. Even in that time, I didn't know if I must study something related with something, for example, related as an engineer or, for example, a journalist. Didn't have any idea. But I keep it sketching, and everything was related with cars. In the university, I decided to study finally as an engineer, and I did it, but I had a lot of frustration because in the university I didn't see the opportunity to work in something related with cars. What I mean related with cars, I mean to create and design the exterior body, for example, or even the interior, or some elements like a rims or whatever, something that it will be related with creativity. So I didn't have anything of that. But in if I have any chance to do some homework for the university related with cars, I like to introduce something related with cars. So it was a really good thing in the university that I had the first touch with 3D software. So it was a kind of okay, I don't really know what to do, I don't really know what I will be, but I have this tool. And I jumped from the 2D into the 3D because I was only sketching, and with this tool I started to 3D modeling. So uh, then I can tell you, I will tell you later that I finished my university. I started to work as an engineer, and I decided to stop it and go to study finally something related with transportation design. That is the thing that you have to do to become a car designer. But this is the professional, let's say, phase of this. But you know, your question was how you became a car designer, and I think that this is something that uh, you always be a car designer. I mean, for example, if you're a kid and if you see a 6 years old kid sketching something, he's already or she's already a car designer.
Yes.
And this is what you have to understand. And so it is not an easy question because you know maybe I don't have this specific education, and I don't jump to this. If I don't have it, I didn't. I don't jump to this field. I just keep it as an engineer. But in my mind, I will be a car designer forever, and everybody is a car designer because of it's so funny. Our work is something that you stay like a 4 or 5 years to create something good, a good product, but someone could say yes or not. So everyone is a car designer and say, I don't like it. Oh, okay, I don't like the front, I don't like the rear. And especially imagine if you're a kid that you are a car fan and you really like to sketch. And I see for example in Facebook or in Instagram many kids that they are painting. And of course they are not good. The sketching are not good because they are only kids. But don't don't frustrate these people. These you have to support them and say keep doing, improve this, blah blah, because they are already a, a they will be, maybe if they keep working, a potential car designer. So it's a bit tricky question. I think that if you ask me, I will say I've been a car designer since ever. So this is my question. I mean,
I
sorry,
love
my
that
answer.
answer.
Yeah.
No, I love that answer because that's again what inspired me to you said this is what I always wanted to do, but the pathway was so convoluted and so hard. I had to go a different way. And that happens to a lot of kids here. I think that anybody in the Midwest, if you're in Detroit, Ohio, Illinois, in the United States, you would be able to know that being a car designer, automotive engineer, manufacturing engineer, these are options that are available to you. Anywhere outside of that, you would barely think of working in the automotive industry unless you're in one of those pockets where it is.
Hmm.
Kids don't even know being a car designer is a thing, and they may still draw cars forever. But you're right. It's my daughter, she started draw she realized at she was like 9 or 10 years old. She said, if I practice 10,000 hours, I'll be able to draw. And
Yes.
we couldn't punish her for doing something wrong because I wouldn't take away her pencil. And the child was happy with just a pencil.
Hmm.
So if I can foster her love of drawing, she's going to be successful. And if you can foster your love of drawing cars,
Yes.
you will be successful because you eat, drink, sleep designing cars. So it's a great answer. It's a fantastic answer. I love too how you didn't give up. You went the path you had to go. I did something the same. I wanted to become a developer, and when I wanted to learn how to code, they didn't have really degrees that were for specifically developers. So I had to go get a networking degree to take one programming class. but that's what you do. You love it so much, you want to follow it. So that's a fantastic answer. Um, what was your first when once you got through actually figuring out how to become a designer? What was your first design job, and what was it like to actually be able to start doing working on your dream?
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember, for example, more than a project. Imagine I left everything behind and I went to another city, to the other corner of Spain, in Barcelona, uh, for study transportation design for 1.5 years. So in that moment, started the global crisis in 2008. So I was finishing my master, and at the end of the master, you had the opportunity to go to a brand that we have in Spain, SEAT, is part of Volkswagen, and they told us every year we have like four, five, 6 places, to go there to study an internship. But this year, because of the crisis, we only have one place, and so you have to send your application, and they will tell if they will take you or not. So we were 15 persons, I think. We all of us we applied, and they told me that I was the one, the chosen one to go there. So I didn't have any contact with professional studio, just in only in the master. For me, it was a dream because of, for example, my teachers, they were professional car designers. For me, it was just a dream that this person came to the master and teach us for a couple of hours, in a professional way. But I remember that when I get this opportunity to go there, and I remember the first day that I went into a professional design studio. So you arrive there and you see designers that because of you read the magazines. The, you saw I saw the clay models, the one-to-one clay models. I saw all these big computers, big screen, and everything related with the proper design studio. And I was okay. It was my dream, but I had this, happy face only for 1 second, because the second two, I was already thinking, okay, I'm here, but I'm not here for half a year, to study an internship. No, no, no. This must be my work. So I remember that feeling like this is a dream, and suddenly you are inside of the dream. Okay, so this is not a dream anymore. Now you have to really work hard to keep this dream forever. And this is what I try to do every day, every day. And but this moment was like a break point, where okay, this is not a dream anymore. This is not like you are studying now. Now you are around you. You have professional, and now you have to work with them. Try to learn everything, and keep your position here. And I remember this more than any project because it was a totally change on my mind.
Yeah, it totally it's a shift in the energy of everything in
Mhm.
this moment. So this week, you've been here with us this whole time, and I may have to cut this part out if I can't release it yet, but just yesterday we finally signed our fiscal sponsorship paperwork, which means we can start actually moving forward with raising our funds and everything. And that moment happened for me yesterday, and I think I almost threw up. It was like we worked so hard to get here, and everybody's given so much, and you donated. We'll get to all the journey that we've gone through to get here, but in that moment it was like, oh gosh, now the only thing that can happen is I screw it up. And you're like, just don't screw it up, right? Just don't. But it's a whole change in like how you approach it. It comes from becoming a dream to a reality, and that passion, that
Mhm.
fire, that energy that you have. Nothing can stop you. You wake up every morning. I can't stop since the energy shift. I wake up every morning at 4 o'clock now, no matter how late I was up. I
Yeah.
can't. And then I'm like, oh, it's daytime. Let's go. And you just go.
Yes.
And I mean, that's why you're so perfect to be the person who inspired this, because it's that passion, it's that burning desire that we want to be able to like give people opportunity to be able, if it's not there for you to learn, if you have to raise all the funds and travel halfway across the country and you don't have the means, what do you do? So
Mhm.
I love your story as the inspiration that started all of this. So that was actually cool. I hadn't heard that first story. And you actually answered the next question, which is what is your breakthrough moment? So yeah, I do have a cheat sheet, everyone. I
Yes.
tried to prepare. Otherwise, I rambled too long. Jason's like, "You talk too much. I won't edit your podcasts." I said, "Okay, okay." So, um, what was your favorite project that you've worked on so far that you can actually tell us about? Because you might have worked on something top secret.
I mean, I have to say, Kat, that I'm a bit special, because I've been involved in really amazing projects.
Yeah.
I work for Rimac. We did, what right now is I think is the fastest
Hmm.
electric car in the world. But
Yes.
also the last almost 3 years, I've been working for Bugatti. So I've been working in many projects for Bugatti that I can't tell you anything. Everything is confidential. But when they will release the model in, I think, this year, they will release one, and maybe in the next one, a couple of projects more. I will tell you, I did this, and you will say, wow. But for me, those are not the special one. This one are not the special one because of, for me, I need something more to consider that this project is special. I will tell you two projects. One is, I don't know how to explain you. It's a toy car, for babies. The one that you sit on, and I mean, no, the baby, this is for 3 years old baby. They sit, they have a steering wheel, and they push with their own legs.
Uh-huh.
And I did an official one for Mercedes,
Oh,
and
wow.
yes, so, and this one, they will send it to me, I think, really soon. So my daughter will be able, because the other one is a bit, already 4 year. It will be 4 years old, yeah. So the other one, that she's almost 2 years. So she will enjoy this car, and it will be really funny to see something that I created for Mercedes
Yeah.
to have it at home, and she will take care. All right. But for me, to consider something special should be something, I just say, that is moved by passion and with love. And because for me, to getting involved into a car design, is more than to create something that should look good or whatever. For example, I have to say that my special project right now is our project, because of the meaning that this project, mm, has for a lot of people,
Mhm.
around the world, for you, and for me, because of, for me, this is part of my life, and I feel now that I can, with my work, I can be, a bit grateful to your
Mhm.
father, for example, to many people, because I don't know how to make, another things, but I can design cars. So this is my tribute to to someone that for me was kind of special as your father. So for me, this is a perfect cycle, that it has everything. I could work, as you say, every morning, like, 6 o'clock in the morning, just thinking, okay, I'm going to do this, so I'm really happy, and I have obligations. I have to care about babies and everything. But if you leave me alone, I will stay 20 hours in front of the computer doing this,
Yeah.
this is and to make this is not about money, it's not about reputation, it's not I'm going to create the fastest car in the world. No, no, no. It's about to do something special, and for me the special has a lot of meanings. But and when you do this kind of project, you are really close to the people, and
Yeah.
at the end you will go through really good moments and really bad moments, and you need a lot of compromise. So this
Hmm.
compromise, you can't buy this compromise by money or with no, it will be no. At the end of this project, we will have a lot of, I don't know, whatever, No, this is done by another thing that um, even it is something that you cannot explain because of
Hmm.
the way that we met and the way that we are doing things, is a bit crazy. But we don't need to explain each other what do we have to do because we are in the same page.
Yes.
So, and how you can explain this? Mm,
You
it's
can't.
something you only say it's something special. So for me, this project is special for me, and I don't mind about the numbers or the brand or whatever. For me, this is my special one.
Thank you. I feel the same way. I also I don't care about the numbers or the brand or any of that stuff. It's about what we're doing. And it's so cool and it's so inspiring and it's your fault. You started this. So since you touched upon it, let's tell everybody kind of we I told the story a little bit, but I think this was really funny because when they were doing the Wired article, she asked me for some dates and some kind of evidence of the way things panned out. And
Mhm.
so I had to go back to our LinkedIn conversation and I went through the chat and it literally has you and Alan says, "I can't believe I registered that domain last night." And I said, "I can't believe I asked you for it today." So, we really had this you can't make this up, it must be meant to be moment when you came into my life and you brought me this car. So, I didn't quite tell the story of how you found me. I don't know if you wanna tell that story. It's a little fun and funny, um, considering what's going on now especially, but you basically just were so passionate about creating a tribute to this car because it was inspirational to you as a child, and so you drew the car, it went viral on your social media, and then what happened?
Well, I mean, exactly as you said, and but it was a kind of um, tribute to the car, and I didn't expect anything about what happened, So, uh, what I noticed is like, okay, it's not only me. A lot of people they love the car from the model, and also the love that they have for the brand identity in that time, for John DeLorean. And maybe it wasn't my design. My design was okay, but I think it was also the desire of the people to see that the DeLorean was, or a new DeLorean was already on internet, whatever, So after that, everything was a bit crazy because of. I mean, I don't want to tell you the whole story because but many people they told me that we should create this car. This car is so good. You have to speak with this one, with someone. And to be honest, I didn't know anything about the brand in that time. And what happened a bit later. So, I mean, do you want to tell you the whole history or?
You can tell the story. I mean, at that time, I didn't know what happened with the brand or the whole history either. You unlocked a Pandora's box for me,
Yeah,
and
yeah. So, okay. So I will skip somebody told me you should write this person because he's the one in charge of this of the brand. I didn't have any idea about who was this person. I had to talk with him, but we didn't arrive to any point. And later on, what happened with their model, and you know I say, okay, mm, I didn't expect anything more from this project, but as you know, with Alan, we did, or he did an animation because he's a visualization specialist. So he told me, I need a model to make a visualization. I like your model. Can I do it? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Why not? I mean, I think it's good for you. It's good for me. So, we put it in Instagram again, and people like it a lot. So many people say, this is the one that we like, not the other one, but blah 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 blah. So during this process, it was a gap of 1.5 year more or less between I released the model and the animation, or 1 year maybe. So during this process, I really understood what happened with the brand, what happened with John DeLorean, in the past, and also I watched the movie, this one, Framing DeLorean.
Mhm.
So in this movie, I saw you, I saw Zach, and I understood that, or this is what I understood from the movie, that this car for you and for your brother represent a lot of pain in that time, So in my mind, it was okay. I did this project, and now I know who is Kat DeLorean and Zach, but I will never show this car to them, because for them it's pain, and I don't think that they will like to see something related with a new car. But after I thought, okay, I did this with respect as a tribute to John DeLorean, and trying to make it in a good way. And I say, okay, at least I need it was because in Instagram, sorry, in Instagram, one day, because the algorithm, so I saw maybe a recommendation to add Cat DeLorean. I say, okay, this is Cat DeLorean. So I said, should I test her, like, we did this project, trying to, to make something good. I said, okay, why not? And this is why I sent you a message explaining everything, and you like a lot. And I was, for me, everything was done in a way like, okay, I did something that the community likes, and finally I arrived to you, and you really understand really really, or you really fast, like, okay, this is done with a lot of care and with a lot of passion to something that my father did really good. So for me, the dream was, done, over, because of, I say, okay, you were like really happy in that time because of this project. So for me it was done because I saw you happy, and that's all. I never had in my mind, to tell you, Kat, but you know what? I'm a professional car designer. Know this car because this car I did it for free. But if you want, we can make something real, and something in the professional way. But I didn't wanted to ask you this because I said, no. If Kat one day, if you want to make something, I will be here ready, but it will be something that it will come from you.
Yeah.
And it was in this way, you start to think about it, and I said, Kat, if you want,
Let's go.
yeah, whatever you want. I mean,
Well,
I
we
know.
started we started with just one because that was fun. We were going to build, we're like, yes, let's make it a reality. Let's build it on an existing platform because I didn't have a car company. And I think for both of us, this kind of unfolded in a way neither one of us. I mean, you might have suspected a little bit more what would happen because you know how loved and revered my father still is, but I hadn't had that yet. So to have this tidal wave of car people saying, oh my gosh, how can we help you? Turn into it really grew organically. I mean, this car happened organically. There was no real planning behind it. Everybody just joined us and it just happened. And I think that they tell you that when you're doing the right thing, everything happens. It comes to you easily. When you're doing what's meant for you, it comes to you. It hasn't been exactly easy, but
Ca-
it's been
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Kat, yeah, but Kat, all this happened into everything was, as you say, really organic. Everything was like a very human, but
Yeah.
everything happened into the digital world.
Yeah.
Everything. There are a lot of people around us, and we only have digital contact right now.
Yeah.
And remember when you were a kid, if someone is telling you that, we will have this kind of
Yes.
organization around the
Mhm.
world,
Around the world.
in a digital environment, you will say, no way. So there is no limitation for anything. And a digital thing, it doesn't mean that it's not human. No, no, no. I
Yes.
think our relation is quite human, organic. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite things. I've always been a techie, so I've been connected to people around the world before it was the thing to do. Um, but one of my favorite things about what's going on here is we are all everywhere and we're still able to connect and work together like we're right next to each other, and everybody has been a huge part of this. It started with us and then it grew into a whole team of people who just came to us, and now we're in a place where we're, I mean, we haven't done it yet, but we have done it because we have reached this critical point where, okay, we fought against insurmountable odds, and with no money, nothing but passion and
Mhm.
hard work and dedication and people standing behind us, we fought the good fight and said, no, we know what we're doing is right and cool and wonderful and it's going to change lives. Let's just go. And like you said, we developed this bond. It's like going to war together. Not really, please, no disrespect to our soldiers because they definitely sacrifice more than us, but you definitely develop a bond like that because it's hard
Mhm.
and life changing. So, and I've gotten to see your kids even grow up now because we've been together for so long, which is amazing. Um, So, I've asked you, I mean, I have more questions. We've kind of
Mhm.
let this go organically, and I like where it's gone. I don't know if you can talk about this. It is one of my questions, but you're about to embark on a whole new journey for you. Can you talk about that? Do you want to tell everybody what that's like for you? Is it scary, exciting? Tell the kids what it's
Yes.
like to live your dream.
So I mean, as I told you, and maybe I'm a bit strange because of I'm 44 years old, and I'm working right now. I've been working until today for Bugatti, Rimac, OEMs companies, and I did this for the last 15 years. So I decided to step out of this environment, and I will go to work for another company that until now is a secret, but it is a special company that I will tell you more in
Later.
detail another
Yeah.
day. But also my idea is to start doing independent projects, for example, like our project, and because of I think that big brands, they have a lot of money, and they can go and ask for um, design studios. Everybody knows Pininfarina, the studio from Giorgetto Giugiaro, or Ital Design, the big ones. Or, for example, companies as, I don't know, Ford, GM, they have a very, very big design studio that are really expensive. But there are other companies that they have also products and they have a really good designs, but they don't know how to access to let's say top class designers, because
Mhm.
all of them they are working for OEMs companies. So I think that there is an opportunity to jump from this world and to connect with these kind of companies and to help them out to add the or to increase the level of their designs and performance and everything.
Mhm.
And this is my idea to to try to look for these independent companies, because you think that maybe to work for companies like a Bugatti or Rimac is funny because you're doing the most exclusive sport cars in the world, or hypercars, I will say. But sometimes it's so boring.
Yep.
So, but really, really, you can believe me, it's really boring to work for these big companies. Everything is so, I don't know, so flat sometimes. So my idea is to have a bit of fun also, and to put my experience into another people and into other companies. No
Mhm.
working always for the same. This is not typical, and many people told me that you are a bit crazy about leaving these companies. But I say, no, no, no. I think I'm doing the right things because of this is how I feel it.
Mhm.
I feel it in this way. I need to express more my creativity. I need to performance all my skills. And sometimes if you're in a company that you have to do only one thing, this is not possible. So this is what I want to
Yeah.
do now.
I love it though. I love it. I was just talking to somebody else about as a matter of fact, right before we started, I was doing my face and I had just finished and somebody sent me a message saying, even without meeting your father, he was an inspiration to me to do things my way. And I started immediately tearing up because I said, just an hour ago, I told my husband about how we're going to address that whole situation you glossed over. I said, I had a way to deal with this in the beginning, which I told you, so you'll probably figure it out. And knew that was going to work. And then I kept letting people distract me and convince me to do it a different way. And now I know for a fact we're gonna do it my way, because just because it's the way that it's always been done, that stifles innovation.
Hmm.
I need to do it my way for the same reason you said. I said, "This feels right.
Hmm.
This feels like the right thing to do." And it doesn't matter, it's gonna make it a little bit harder, but it's gonna pave the way to change things for everybody else who has to fight Goliath being David with nothing but the truth on your side. It's going to inspire people and it's going to create something that's going to help kids see that hope and that passion and get excited about being able to do what they want to do. It's about believing that what you feel is right is right. Don't let anybody tell you to do it a different way. Because I
Yes.
love that.
Yeah.
But that's why you're here with me, because you're my kind of people.
Yeah, but again, it's what I told you. I mean, if you open some website related with cars, you see that every day they release new models, in Europe, China, India, wherever. And when you look at the car, you need to know that the car, it is something special. Because
Mhm,
if not, it's only a picture, on a website, and you are not really interested. You can say, blah, yeah, okay, good, no, yeah, okay, I like a bit, blah, blah, blah. So, but when you read that there is a story related with the car,
mhm.
it is when you start to pay attention. Okay, okay, tell me more. And because of, at the end, as I told you, we are humans, and um, if someone, if our car, arrive to production, so mm, it's not going to be only a car. It will be a
Good,
story about
good.
humans that they connect around the world, and they have an idea, and they develop this idea against the world, and finally they found a way to make it possible. So this is something that you would like to have it because you are proud of this story, you know.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter about if the car is from China, from no, 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 it's totally different. And this is our special thing of our project, and even more because of this is related with your father, what he
Mhm.
did in the past, and all the good memories that everybody, you know, in America but also in Europe, they have about John DeLorean. So just to if you are a person who is sitting, I don't know, in Germany, and you open the magazine and you see the new model, you know, they will be smiling because of, okay, these people took this idea and her daughter, sorry, his daughter, and now with people around the world they're making this possible again. And you know, this is what we need, the human touch, you know.
Yes.
It's not like a, you can, okay, let's gonna make a new brand, let's hire the top designers, top engineers, we found the investment from big investor, and we have it. Yeah, you will have something that probably will look good, but what is the story? What is
Yeah.
the story about this brand, about why are you doing this? Because you want to make money. So
Yeah.
mm, you know, so
We're here
I
to
think,
make connections with each other,
yeah,
with
yeah,
everybody. To yeah.
and also I totally agree with your student program because of to make a car you need a lot of resource from humans in a way that is new. Now the trend is to think about only that the robots and the
Mhm.
machine will do everything, but not. For example, especially in if we want to do our car, we will need many people that for example, they will laminate the parts in the molds with their hands, you know, because of if we
Mhm.
use composite materials, this is impossible to do by a machine. I mean, it's possible, but it's really expensive. But most of the brands, they do it manually, you know. So, for
Yeah.
example, you can teach this profession to many students, and this is a really good profession. So, at the same time that you're creating a car, you are creating jobs,
Jobs. Mhm.
and
Yeah.
more than that, you are creating an education program that this person will work in the company, but maybe after that he will find a better job, or maybe, you know, it will extend this education into another field, you know. So but
Yes.
you are giving the opportunity to start. That
Yes.
this is the most difficult thing, to start doing something, and also to be proud to be part of something
Part of
special.
something. That's it. That's
this
right.
is this is
Mhm.
like as a human you feel good. I did a good job, everybody is proud, I'm proud of the company, everybody is proud of me. So you are creating a family, you know.
Yeah.
So it's and at the end, when you finish the project, you have friends, you have a product. Yes, you have a product, but you have friends, you have a life experience that you will say, okay, I learned a lot, and I will try to teach this experience to others. And you know, this is something like we are ready for it because of we are humans, and this is
Mhm.
my this is my way of working, you know, to
I
be honest.
love it. We are all humans, and we've all been through some stuff the past couple years, so it's time for us all to connect around something really cool like a car. Yeah?
And you have to go into the opposite a bit sometimes, you know. For example, if everything is not about robots, we are not robots, we are humans. Or artificial intelligence, yes, but we need people, we need
Mhm.
passion, we need feelings, we need a story behind. We need someone who decided to, or someone who took a wrong way and decided to change and go to look for another one, you know. We want to listen these stories and know the perfect story that a machine could do it, you know. So
That's
I,
right.
this is the way that I want to take the next years.
Well, I'm happy that we get to do the next year together. I'm very, very excited about what it means for us to start our summer build. I'm dying. I That's all I can think about every day is waking up going, "Oh, what can we do to get these kids ready, to get this ready for these kids?" So, I I don't have words. Again, I still call you Angel because that's what you are. But I did practice, so I said Anhal. I think that's right. Yes,
This is
I think.
this is a perfect pronunciation.
Thank you. I've been working on it really hard. But you are still an angel. You changed my life. You really did. You gave me a whole different experience with my dad in the car than I've ever had in my life. And then you were able to take my dream that I already was living and turn it into something so much more than I even imagined it could be. I pinch myself now thinking about just where I was when you found me and then everything that happened. I mean, that was some stuff I learned after you contacted me. And yet here we are at the other end of it, ready to get started working with the kids. Against all odds we didn't even know were happening, people sabotaging us behind the scenes, and yet we're still here because of that human connection. Because what we're doing isn't about a car, it's about kids, it's about jobs, it's about opportunity, it's about passion, it's about a person, a brand that brought us all together, but a mission that kept us here and drives us every day.
Mm.
I I can't thank you enough. I can't. I just love working with you. I love that you came to us. I love the car we're working on. I love what this has turned into. I love it all. And I don't think I have more words than that. So thank you. What do you have to close us out today?
I only have to say thank you to you, and I think we already did the most difficult things.
Yeah.
It was to arrive to this point. The
Yeah.
rest for me is quite easy. Is really, really. I think that you are thinking, about how I will make a car, and say, don't worry, Kat. I know how to do it. I did it already several times, and actually, quite special cars. This one will be even more special, and it's in the way. It's in the
Yeah.
way.
It's actually the fundraising part that I'm not super excited about, but we're gonna get that done because it's so cool that people are gonna want to be part of it anyway. So I'm positive that this is gonna be a heck of a lot more fun than it's been to this point, and it's been a lot of fun already. So
Yes.
well, thank you so much, Angel, for joining us today. And I really appreciate you coming into my life and spending some time to tell our story. And I would love if you would consider, when you've settled in your new place, if we could then do a short episode where we walk through how you created that first design by matching it to my father's. I think if we could do a quick talk about that, kids
Mhm.
could see how you captured how you took your design training and you captured the essence of the car while still making it new. That was something that was so inspiring to me as an artist, and really, really, I think if I had seen that meeting that we had that day when I was in high school, I would have gone to become a car designer. That's how impactful it was to me. So I would love if we can do that again because that was really cool. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, and we will
Okay,
do it for sure.
I'm gonna stop recording.